What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to another episode of the best team in FIFA, the series where I take your guys' favourite teams, I play with them myself, then I let you guys know whether I like them or not, which maybe it doesn't even mean anything to anyone because hey, if you think that I'm a terrible FIFA player, maybe you don't appreciate my opinion, but I have been stacking Elite as my average rank in Weekend League. I got Elite 1 for the month, finished with 119 wins, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. But there are some occasions where I don't know anything that I'm talking about. If we could drop a thumbs up on this video, let's try and smash 10k likes for this episode, guys. That'd be much appreciated. I'm bringing you a 250 to 275k team, depending on the time of day that you buy it. You are going to have to buy a couple of position changes and some chem styles if you want them, of course. If not, no problem. It does get 100 chem. It is the 4321, and it was sent in on Twitter by a viewer, and he tweets me a lot, and I forgot to favourite the tweet, so I apologise, bro. I can't give you the credit you deserve on this occasion, but you will know that this is your team because you're the only person that sent in this team. And I remember your face. You've got glasses on in your profile picture. I just can't find the tweet, so I apologise. But thank you for sending it in. As per usual, guys, we're going to build the team. We're going to talk about the player instructions, the custom tactics, the chem styles, and what I like about the team. Then I'll go and play some games, and we'll actually talk about the pros and the cons of the team whilst we watch some gameplay. And we're actually going with a very similar defence compared to the previous The Best Team in FIFA that we used. We start off with Gianluigi Buffon in goal. He was great for us last time, so I was very happy to try him again. Next up at right back, guys, we've got Brozinski. 75 rated right back. He's got a decent card. His defending and physical is a little bit low, so we're going to give him the anchor card to boost that up. In defence, we have got ourselves Barzagli, but not just any Barzagli. We have got the Movember version of Barzagli in this team. We have also got ourselves Chiellini coming in at centre-back, and this team is actually ridiculously good. When you look at it, when you look at the whole thing, you're going to be sitting there like, wow, this could be special. And of course, you can upgrade where you feel like you've got upgrades, and you can change where you feel like you could change. So this is our defence, guys. Of course, we've used Alexandro before. Didn't do much for us by way of goals or assists, but played very well. He's already got the anchor card on, which is still the chem style that I would use for him. Alexandro goes for around 7,700 coins right now. Chiellini we are yet to use, but low high work rate, 6'2". His defending and physical, oh man, I don't know why I've never used him before. He looks just magnificent. And we are also going to be giving him an anchor card. If you use a shadow on Chiellini, you are wasting. You are just wasting stats. The anchor puts him up into like the 81 or 82 for pace. It puts his defense to like 97 and his physical to like 92. Unbelievable. Then we take a look at Barzagli, guys. And the reason why I was actually happy to go Barzagli, because look at those stats. With it being a Movember card, the +5 physical takes his physical from 79 to 84, making him a crazy good centre back. And it's strange because I've never come across him ever. I've never played against the Movember Barzagli, even though he looks like he'd be ridiculous. And he's not that expensive. He's 27,000 coins. Chiellini coming in at 38,000 coins. And I think they have just ridiculous cards. He's also got low high work rates. He's also 6'2" tall. He's got the same pace, one less defending and one less physical than Chiellini. That is a magnificent trio in defence. I'm tempted, if this goes well, if this team plays well, I might switch to these for Weekend League. I might just go with that Chiellini, Barzagli, Buffon trio in defence, because you can build whatever you want around them at that point. They all get literally hyperlinks everywhere with each other, so you can do whatever you want at left back and right back. And then for Brozinski, you could put Sentinel on him if you wanted. I think Sentinel or Shadow. Shadow would give him like 96 pace, 80 odd defending, 70 physical. Sentinel would just boost that defending and physical up. I'm going to also give him Anchor. I want to boost up his pace to like the low 90s. His defending and physical goes up to the high 70s. He might be the weak link of the team. I played a handful of games with him like way back when the game first came out, but since then we found like more OP fullbacks. So it's going to be interesting to see how Brozinski plays, how he deals with some potential superstars up front, because I am playing in Division 3 and Division 2 for these games. I think I'm still in Division 3. I might already be in Division 2. Into the midfield we go, and the first midfielder is the bulk of the finances for this team, and it is the informed version of Gonzalo Castro. We've then got two players That again, the reason why I'm interested to play with these isn't because of who they are, because they are both fantastic players. It's more to do with what position they're in. The viewer that sent this in has sent in this as our midfield. It's a great midfield. You will need to get a CDM to CM card for Morgan Schneiderlin if you don't have loyalty on him, so he gets the 10 chem. But we've got Schneiderlin, Kante, and Castro in form. Now, Castro in form is 100,000 coins, give or take. Kante is like 25k, and Schneiderlin is like, what, 2k or something? Like maybe 1,000 coins. Yeah, 1,000 coins. Like, so you'd be able to get Schneiderlin with a chem star on. I personally would do that. I would put Kante on the outside, Schneiderlin on the inside, because he's 6'1", and you want that central centre midfielder to be your defensive-minded midfielder. But my viewer has him like this, and he says he gets to elite in weekend league with this team as well. So, you know, we've got a 5'8" Gonzalo Castro, really nice, nice card. This is a card that you can do several things with. You're either going to play Anchor or Maestro. You're either going to boost his pace, defending and physical up into the 80s and have an incredibly well-rounded card, or you're going to boost his dribbling, shooting and passing to have like a powerhouse attacking minded midfielder. Due to the fact that this is a super defensive midfield, you know, medium high 6'1", what is Kante? Is he high? Medium high as well, 5'7", and then Castro is medium 5'8". We're erring on the defensive side for this midfield. So what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to be applying Anchor to Castro, boost that pace, defending and physical, and just make him an absolute superstar in that midfield position. I love the Anchor card on midfielders that are defensive-minded, and we're also going to give an Anchor to Kante as well. I use him in my Road to Glory. I personally get to elite with Kante in a team, and I use Anchor on him, and we're going to use Anchor on Morgan Schneiderlin. He's got decent... You could maybe use Backbone on Schneiderlin, just because he's already got quite a distinct lack of pace, but I personally am going to go with Anchor. This might backfire dramatically, you know, having just too much, you know, not enough good passing, good dribbling, no skills or anything like that in this midfield could backfire, but we're going to risk it for a biscuit. Up in at the left forward spot now, guys, we have got Anthony Marcial, a fan favourite in FIFA this year. A lot of people think that he's one of the better players in the game. You are going to have to turn him into a left forward from a left mid or a left wing. You'll still get the chemistry if you've got loyalty. 6 foot tall, 4-star, blistering pace, great dribbling, good shooting, good physical. And because of that, you're going to want to apply the Hawk chem style. Give him even more pace. Give him boost his shooting and boost his physical. And the reason why I say that is because his defense is irrelevant. His passing is pretty decent anyway, and his dribbling is already very, very good for a winger. So you boost his pace, you boost his shooting, you boost his physical. He becomes a monster in that left forward spot. Now we've got a couple of people in the right forward spot and the striker spot that, again, I was in. This is kind of the reason why I was interested in this team, and that's simply because Bellarabi, Movember, and the other player that we've got, which is going to be the Hahn Movember cards. I haven't really played much with the Movember cards, so I'm interested to see how much of an impact that bonus 5 physical has on these. For a striker, 6'1", medium high work rates, not ideal. He would actually make a decent centre midfielder or a decent cam. We are going to apply to Hahn the Hawk chem style. The reason why we're going to give him Hawk is because his physical is already insane. We want to boost that pace. Sorry, not the Hawk, the Engine. We want to boost that pace. Oh, is it Engine? Or was it Hawk? Yeah, no, because I do want to boost the dribbling. I want to boost his pace and his dribbling. And the only thing that does that is Engine. Nothing else boosts pace and dribbling and shooting. It would be great if we could have a pace, dribbling and shooting one. We have a backbone one for defending, physical and passing. So why not a you know, an attacking version of that? We don't care about his passing so much, but it's not going to hurt. His dribbling is quite low. His shooting is quite... I would actually want to improve his shooting more than anything. I'm going to give him a Hunter card. I wasn't going to give him a Hunter, but looking at the way his card is, you know, his dribbling and passing are quite low anyway. Boosting that pace with that 88 physical, the man should hopefully be utterly insane. And then last but not least, for the chem styles, we've got Bellarabi. Now again, blistering pace, 90 pace already. His shooting's good, his physical's good. He's got such a well-rounded card that you could do, you could give him, come through to the attacking side of things, you could give him Engine. You could give him Maestro. You could give him Hawk if you wanted to. You could even give him Marksman. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, you kind of want to give a small boost to his pace, so we will give him Engine. We'll boost his pace, his dribbling, and his passing. For a winger, that would be hopefully quite helpful. Of course, he does have the 4-star skill moves. He's 6 foot tall, high work rates. 4-star weak foot for hand, only 2-star skill moves. However, this is the team, guys, and it interests me. I don't know if it's going to play great, but I looked at it and I was like, it looks like it will play great. Now, for the custom tactics and instructions, custom tactics, as per usual, everything is basic. Cover. That's all. That's literally all I change. And I get, like I say, I get Elite 3 easily every weekend in Weekend League. I get into the Elite, rankings, and that's all I change for my custom tactics. Now, for player instructions, I set my fullbacks to stay back while attacking. Always the same. I set my central center DM to stay back while attacking. I set my whole attack line to get in behind and stay central. Both the attackers, the wingers and the striker. And that is that, guys. So this is the team. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, guys, so as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-1-2-1-2 team. It's actually a very nice team. It's interesting because I never really come up against Movember cards. And then the first time I throw some in a team, the first team I come up against has got 3 Movember cards. It's a really nice Bundesliga team. It's like a really OP team that he's got. And I loved this team that I was playing with. His team was nice. Renato Sanchez at cam, maybe a bit iffy. But bear in mind, we're playing in Division 3 and Division 2 for these games. So it's not like I'm playing in, like, Division 10 and stomping people. I'm playing in, like, the higher divisions here and still giving it my best effort. And the first thing to note is that, in my opinion, still, this formation is the best. The 4-3-2-1, for me personally, is the best formation in the game. When I started FIFA, back when FIFA 17 came out, I was looking at what everyone else was doing. I was trying the 4-1-2-1-2, the wide, the narrow, tried a few variations of 4-3-3. I even went and tried the 3-5-2 after having some success with it in draft. And eventually, I just always fell back to the 4-3-2-1. I think what I like about it most is it's just compact. It's got width, but also it's narrow because they're forwards. For me, it just covers every area of what you need. And I know a lot of pros start with a 4-3-2-1 or potentially like change up to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And that's always an option here because of who you have. You can always put your striker down at cam, your central midfielder down at CDM, and then switch very comfortably, very easy into a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. But what I loved about this defense, what I loved about this team in general, was the defense. I played with a Calcio A defense. Last the best team in FIFA, and I liked it. And I tell you something, guys, that Chiellini Barzagli Movember card duo are unreal, man. Like, they have, with an anchor card on each of them, they just have crazy pace. They have crazy strength. Like, let me actually get Chiellini up on the screen here and throw him on my screen anyway, not on your screen, and throw an anchor card on him. So he goes to 81 pace. 97 defending and 92 physical, and then very similarly for Barzagli, he goes to 82 pace, 97 defense and 90 physical. They are just complete defenders in the defensive set. If you're the kind of person that passes out of defense a lot, which I personally do, then they may not be for you because they're going to misplace some passes, poor weak foots, just bad composure. But if you're a no-nonsense defender specifically, not that you can't pass with them. I mean, they're still professional football players in FIFA. They can still pass the ball. But if you're the kind of person that is just like a get it and punt it kind of guy, they are honestly going to be two of the best centre backs you will use all year. Because the way the chem style works, the boost that it gives, in my belief anyway. I know some people don't believe in it, but personally for me, it's true. Now look at Hahn there. That's I wanted to talk about him because he's unreal. We gave him the Hunter, didn't we? We gave him a Hunter card. So he went to 96 pace, 88 shooting, and 88 physical. And with that, he has 95 stamina. So he just goes for days. It's ridiculous. He gets 93 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. He gets 94 positioning, which is a stat that's actually quite important this year in FIFA. 90 finishing, 94 shot power. His long shots are not the best. His volleys are good. His penalties are garbage, which is probably why his shooting is quite low as default. But in general, he was unreal. I think over the 4 games that we played in this video, I think he got 4 goals and 4 assists, which is just amazing. So I absolutely loved Hahn. The biggest problem with Hahn is that he only has 2-star skill moves, but you could quite comfortably use him as someone who you like bring on as a super sub or as a striker or as a winger. Now the next team we come up against was an interesting team because it was a pretty low budget team with a red card which indicates that my opponent has finished gold in FUT Champions at least, potentially elite or top 100, but just a one random red card in a really cheap French league team. And this game was quite tough for the first half. You know, it was giving me problems. And one thing that I always notice with teams like this, and one thing for you guys to notice if you come up against teams like this, is that these low-rated players, whilst they may be good and they may be great in the hands of someone who is good, they always have low stamina, which means they have issues late game. And you see in this game here that there was 0-0 to the half, and then into the second half I started carving my opponent open, creating far more chances than I had previously and scoring goal after goal after goal. And again, that's a test to how good this team was. I love this team. I'll put it out there. Is this the best team in FIFA? In terms of what the best team in FIFA is as a video series, which is me trying to find teams that you guys love, play with them and see if I love them, this could be considered the best team in FIFA. It can definitely be considered like, and what I look for in the best team in FIFA is a team that's going to do well in now FUT Champs now and divisions, and I think this team could win Division 1 quite comfortably, and I can see why the person that sends it in will be able to get to elite as a minimum, through FUT Champs, because it is just brilliant. Kante was amazing in the centre of the park. I was interested, I said to you guys back at the start of the video when we was building the squad, as we come up against our 4th and final opponent, I was very interested to see if Kante and Schneiderlin do well, because I personally would have them the other way around. I'd have Schneiderlin right in the middle and Kante out on the wider centre midfielder. The viewer that sent the team in has Kante right in the middle, Schneiderlin just on the outside, and it worked. It was great. I mean, there's scope to change this team if you wanted to. You know, if you've got the coins, if you've got a bit of a heavier budget, instead of having Schneiderlin, you can put in Paul Pogba. Instead of having regular Kante, you can put in the informed Kante. There are options in that sense. And then for the attack there, you don't really have many options by way of this specific team. You need the Germans for the strong links there, but it was good, and it gave me kind of like a new foundation of love for these Movember cards, because +5 physical on first look just doesn't look like it does much, but the stamina boost it gives, the aggression boost, the strength boost, it was important, and it was massive for this team. Hahn was so amazing because of it. 88 physical is just crazy good, and you can see there, guys, we end up getting a 3-0 win in the final game. We got 2 rage quits with this team, one of them in Division 2, one of them in Division 3. We got 4 wins out of 4, and there was one quite tight game where we both parties, I won it 2-1, and both of us had a lot of shots, but in general, this team just stomped everyone it came up against. And we came up against some good teams, and we came up against an average team that was clearly a good player. But there you go, Kante getting man of the match, getting a goal, some assists from Marcial, Hahn, Castro. Buffon was good, the defence was solid. Brzezinski was fine. I thought it might be a problem with him because of his low defending and low physicality, even though we gave him Anchor just to boost that up. In fact, let me just have a quick brief look at what the Anchor card does for Brzezinski. It boosts him to 93 pace, 79 defending and 77 physical. Which is very, very good. He's got 81 aggression at that point, 86 jumping. His strength isn't the best, but that's kind of what you expect from a fullback. But as you can see, guys, as we go back to the team on the screen, just to give another brief look, this is the team that we started with. This is the team I played with. I didn't make any subs during the games. I personally would make subs. Like you can fit quite a few really awesome players on the bench to be able to bring in to just improve this team later on in the game. But this was the team, guys. I love this team. I think it's brilliant. I definitely think if you guys have got the money, if you've got the 250,000 coins required to buy this team, that you should go and buy this team because it was unbelievable to play with, and as shown here with 4 high division games, it's very capable of winning in the top divisions, which I think is what a lot of people struggle with, finding teams that are capable of just winning and grinding out those games. This is one of those teams for you. So guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If you do want to send your version of the best team in FIFA in, twitter.com/NepentheZ. Send me Foothead, Footwiz or Footbin links, or the web app links if you want. I prefer not to have just screenshots of your team. And try and send me teams that you've actually played with, not just teams that you think might be good. That would be awesome. But this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.